What's up, everybody? You got it up. All right, so violence loading. Listen, first of all, I don't understand why squeezy mina jipata kwa makesi hata sio zangu. I'm just minding my business. Kaishi tu kanatokea. Oh, ile wiki ingine sijui mtu analia. Hii jana sijui nimeshika sijui demi ya nani. Ni apologize. Leo sijui nimechakelea mtoto wa nani. Come on, man. Guys. Okay, this is interesting. However, let me give you now the backstory behind the story for the mulamwah situation. So this war happened, all right? So I did not know that I was blocked by mulamwah. Why? Because I didn't consider him an enemy. I still don't, actually. Yeah, we do very different things, and he's not a threat in my line of work. But even if he was a threat, competition is important for business to thrive, okay? All right. So having said that, now let me set it into perspective. I went for an interview at K24 the other day to have a conversation with Tony Murigi about my new song, Wanyola. It was a media tour. And it was amazing. Wanyola is 500,000 views now. Thank you so much for the support. Asanteni sana. All right, so in the conversation, they were talking about current happenings on their show. And one of the topics was mulamwah's show. And they asked me, Obinna, why didn't you not go? And I'm like, I wasn't invited. But when we came from the AFC Content Creators March, I was gonna pass by when I was told. So I started checking, nione kama ashafika, what's happening, nikapata, I can't see his page. And I'm like, hey, kwani I'm blocked. And when the others check, they can see. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm blocked. So I said, okay, let me check the page for the wife. Then I check, I also can't find that one. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm blocked. But now you know, mulamwah runs both the pages. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So what do? I decided to mind my business. However, when I started working with them on Facebook, I didn't know I didn't know mulamwah had beef with me. But when I started working with them on Facebook, this is when I understood the scope of what was happening. Mulamwah told them on Facebook not to work with me. Akamwambia wacha kufanya kazi na Obinna, Obinna ameisha, Obinna amechapa, and a lot of negative things, which them on Facebook and the manager, whose name is Andrew, told us. It was myself, Omosh, and I think a bunch of other people. Because there's a kwanza, them on Facebook kidogo alikuwa na stress, pressure. So wala si, nini nakusumbua? Why are we not focus on the work? Oh, nimeambiwa hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. So I was like, oh wow. So later in the conversation, it emerged after we told them, listen, we've not locked you to work with us. We're just supporting your brand, and whoever you choose to work with is your choice. Demo Facebook na manager wake Andrew wakasema pana, sisi hataki kuwork na mulamwah, tumekuwa tuna work na yeye, hatulipangi, tumefanya vitu nyingi sana, including jobs zenye mulamwah amelipwa, hatulipi. We even go for shoot, hata chakula, hata tukishoot kwake, whatever, hata food tu peke yake, hatupewi. We're like, yo. So they were shocked. We're like, okay, that's interesting. But we never said anything negative about mulamwah because there's nothing negative to say anyway. And so to you will decide and whatever. And then we went over to do amazing things together. And all this time, alikuwa ana inject on his side. You get? And myself, I just ignored the story. It was just water under the bridge. It was a very minor thing. And life went on, and I didn't know it was that serious because the last time I met mulamwah was at Kabugi's show. We met at the parking lot. We had parked our cars at the same place. Akatoka na mtu wake, a friend of his. Na akatugotea, na nikamgotea tuzuri, niaje konki, nini vizuri. And we smiled. We took a bunch of photos there. Akaenda show, nikaingia show. Later on stage, I called him on stage. Him and his wife, they came through. I hyped them up. Akaongea, wakatoka. Like everything was nice. In my head, I didn't even think that I have issues with mulamwah. Only to find out that I've been blocked because of a video that we did on Weekly Show. Weekly Show is a comedy show. Was a comedy show. And mulamwah is a comedian. Then also, I'm not even the one who said it. And then also, even my Facebook didn't say it. She said what people were saying online. Like she was just passing information. I didn't know it was gonna get that needy. And also, you could have just called me, man. Bro, yo kitu kidogo ndo sasa unaniblokia. Come on, bro. Bro, ni unblock, bana. Ni unblock. Pretty please. Ni unblock mulamwah. Mimi ni unblock. Ndakutafuta, nichukue simu yako niji unblock. Na nitafute bibi yako nichukue simu ya ni wewe unarana account zote. Ndakutafuta. Mulamwah bana ni unblock maze. Hii ni vitu kidogo bwana. Wanaume kitu kama hii comedy. Si wewe ni comedian. Wewe wacha wewe ni unblock mulamwah. Nasa kwambia tena.